It's Wednesday. It's 7 o'clock. You're in your pajamas. Welcome to the new reality. It's time for Fantastic Voyage, live improv, unprov from your living room. Please welcome your host for this evening, Blake.
Hi, everybody.
Hey!
So let's kick it right off. What are you doing? I need players to start. Let's start with Steve and Zach. And the way this game is going to work is one of them is going to start doing an activity, say that was Steve, and he'll do something until Zach asks him, "What are you doing?" And Steve has to respond by saying anything other than what he's actually doing. He says what he's actually doing, he's out. But we're going to make it a little more difficult than that. We're going to get some letters from the alphabet, and everything that Steve says, or actually everything both players say, have to start with those letters of the alphabet. So, Becca, do we have some letters of the alphabet?
We do not yet. We have can you guys hear Bill and Blake now?
Let's do a quick sound check because apparently we're getting some replies on the live stream that people can't hear you guys.
Oh.
What?
Zach, get it out. Hey, I'm Matt. Thanks for watching. Hi, it's Blake.
How about you guys go on with the show and I will start messing with sound settings here. How's that sound?
Okay. So we'll have Matt and Zach go first then. And after we do the activities, Zach was completely Matt has to respond to the letters of the alphabet, start each word and hand what he's already doing. So I'll just give you the letters. I'll go with my brother's middle initials, which are F and J. So F and J, Matt, you start. Matt, what are you doing? I am finding Jackal. Oh, come here, old Jackal. I'm going to get you. Gotcha, little Jackal. I'm my friend. Yeah, what are you doing? Finding jobs. Oh, gosh. Oh, there's nowhere we can. Oh, no, not my phone. Oh, anybody on here needs some delivery? I've got 3 rolls of toilet paper, okay? Matt, what are you doing? I am foosballing joyously. Oh, no, keep going. No, Zach, what are you doing? Flying jump ropes.
sound.
No, just sound complaints.
Okay. And with letters A and S. A and S. Zach, sir.
Hey, Zach, what are you doing? Always shoreline. Oh, just want to finish it. I have to clean this shore. I'm trying to extend America. Nothing but shore, you see. What are you doing? Assisting sycamores. Oh, howdy, Mr. Sycamore. How you doing? I'm just going to tag you for some syrup, okay? Oh, hey, Zach, what are you doing? Animal spitting. All right, you know, I've got you situated in the bed downstairs, the elevator. We did a story of each story, and then we got really cool, and we'll stay down in the basement. And look at me moving with the harness out. We're okay with that. It's hard to think, you know, animals say, how? Actively, historically.
All right. Jesse, you're in. Jesse and Bill, your letters are N and C. And Bill, start.
Hey, Bill, what are you doing? Needling columns.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Pine. Thank you, Mr. Pine.
Hey, Jesse, what are you doing?
Never calling.
I can call. I just text.
Hey, Bill, what are you doing?
Initially, coding.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love you so much.
Jesse, what are you doing?
Nonetheless, coughing.
Trying to sneeze, but I keep coughing instead.
Hey, Bill, what are you doing?
All right. Bill's out. See if he's still working there.
Still working.
Okay.
Go on ahead without me.
We've got some letters though.
Becca says we have letters.
P,
Okay. I'd like to get 3 letters for this.
P, L, and A.
P, L, and A is for Jesse and Pat. Jesse, start.
Jesse, what are you doing?
Kicking aloud 8.
Okay. Mobile. Okay, we need you on our team. Okay? We got to have a lot of strength. Okay? Mr. Gibbs, you are actually sitting on the bench for this game. Sorry about that. Okay?
What are you doing?
I'm plugging wires audaciously.
There's the lighter.
Yes.
And what do we have?
Turtles.
Turtles.
A 185 turtles walk into the bar, and the bartender said, "Hey, do you want a beer?" He's like, "No, I just want to eat these peanuts with these shells."
185 turtles walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "I'm sorry, I can't serve you turtles right now." And the turtles are like, "Why the hell not?" And the bartender's like, "How could you be so shellfish during this time of self-quarantine?"
185 Ninja Turtles walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Get out! I know you're all teenagers."
185 turtles walk into the bar. The bartender said, "Well, here's your soup." And 185 turtles say, "Oh, I'm just trying to catch up with this hair that I found in my soup."
185 turtles walk into a bar and the bartender says, "No, we can't serve you turtles here." The turtles all respond with, "I thought this was the casino."
185 turtles walk into a bar and the bartender says, I'd really rather not let you guys come in again this time. And the turtles say, "Why not?" And he said, "Well, last time you came in, I gave you a few beers and you just started to wax poetic." All right, let's move on to, go ahead.
185 turtles walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "Oh, get out of here. Last time you were in here, you threw up all over the reptile."
All right, let's move on to another suggestion. Do we have another suggestion? Underwater bugs. Mhm.
185 underwater bikes are floating to a bar, rather, and the bartender says, "What do you have?" And the underwater bikes say, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna hook my valve up and stay for a while."
185 underwater bikes walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Why are you all wet?" And the bikes go, "Well, we had quite a trek."
185 underwater bicyclists walk into a bar and the bartender says, "I'm sorry, but I'm not serving you underwater bicyclists here." And the bicyclists all said at the same time, "I'm sorry that we misspoke."
Mhm. All right, let's get another suggestion.
Dolphins.
Dolphins, kind of keeping with the theme.
185 dolphins swim into a bar, and the bartender says, here's a glass." And the dolphins say, "Oh, well, that's fine. I'm not going to use it for its porpoise."
185 dolphins walk into a bar and the bartender does decide to serve the dolphins. And the dolphins all said, "We want beer."
So 185 dolphins walk into a house that's for sale. And the real estate agent's like, "I'd be happy to sell this to you, but I just think it's way too small for all of you dolphins to fit there." And the dolphins are like, "Oh, no. We don't want to buy this house. We just want to flip it."
185 dolphins walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "I don't think you guys are in the right place. You're looking for that outdoor party right near the water. You know, the one right next to the marina."
Okay, let's get another suggestion.
Hey, Becca, another suggestion.
Sorry, toilet paper rolls.
Toilet paper rolls.
Toilet paper rolls. 185 toilet paper rolls walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Look, I just don't think that you're well mannered enough for me to allow you to stay here. I think you're a little too crude." And the toilet papers say, "Oh, come on, we're totally refined and high status." And and the bartender's like, "Oh, no, you are definitely no Prince Charming."
185 toilet paper rolls walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "We're not going to serve you. I can already see you're 2 sheets to the wind."
185 toilet paper rolls walk into a bar, and the bartender stops dead in his tracks and looks at him and says, "Oh, I found him! I found him!" They were all on the wanted poster.
185 toilet paper rolls walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "I'm sorry, I can't serve you toilet paper rolls tonight." And they all looked crestfallen, but said, "Fine, we'll go fly elsewhere."
Oh.
All right.
I like Zach's reaction.
Well, just there. Okay, we're going to move into our first scene game now. This is the game of New Choice. And let's have Bill and Jesse play New Choice. They're going to do a scene, and at any time along the way that I feel like it, I will do this, blow the whistle, and ask them, one or both of them, to make a new choice. And we'll see how it goes. So, Becca, do we have a suggestion for this game?
We do, a diary.
A diary. Your suggestion is diary for the game of New Choice. Go ahead.
Mom, how many times do I have to tell you not to read my diary?
Look, me and your father need to start having a little more of a laugh when we go to bed to settle the ease of everyday heartache. So we decided we'd start digging in your diary.
So my teenage trials and tribulations are the subject of humor for you? You get a kick out of it?
New choice, Bill.
So my dieting strategies are humorous to you? You get a kick out of it?
New choice.
So my instructions for a tricycle kit are funny to you? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. We really
Because I
enjoyed
can't ride a bike with 2 wheels?
Well, look, your drawings, I mean, they're like stick figured. You're like 25 years old and still living in our basement, for God's sake.
New choice.
You're like 25 years old and trying to rent out our bedroom still.
New choice.
You're like 25 years old and still connected in the womb.
Well, that's a choice that you made. Now, granted, I'm an adult age and I haven't elected to change that, but that's beside the point. You don't need to, there's some things that you can't cross, some boundaries, including reading my diary.
All right, we'll give you back the diary if you say you'll cut the cord.
Jesse, new condition for giving the diary back.
Look, we'll give you back the diary if you decide to tie the knot.
New choice.
Look, we'll give you back the diary if you finally drop over dead.
New choice.
Look, we'll give you back the diary if you paint my toenails tonight.
I mean, I know it's Tuesday and it's Toenail Tuesday. I always paint your toes on Toenail Tuesday, but can we give it a rest tonight? Just one night. I really want to work on that tricycle design.
New choice, Bill.
I really want to play Nerf hoops all night by myself and reenact the '86 NBA Finals.
All right. Sounds like we've come to a compromise.
All right, now
Yay,
what color am I?
we reached a compromise. That's a good place to end. Good job, Bill and Jesse. That was new choice.
Oh.
Now we are moving on to AB's scene. And for this one, we'll have Matt and Steve play. And so this game, they're gonna
Take care of her. Sorry.
dog situation. They're gonna do a scene, and
This is the
each
new
line-
normal, people.
each line of dialogue has to start with the next letter of the alphabet as they go through. And I'm gonna ramp this up a notch. So surprise, guys.
Uh-oh.
Have them do it in the style of Shakespeare. just for my own amusement.
Killing me.
So, Becca, do we have some suggestions for this game?
Greenhouse.
Greenhouse is your suggestion. And since greenhouse starts with the letter G, we'll start with the letter H.
Hey, I've got thy ficus.
Ignatius, I've been waiting on your presence.
Just what do you mean, presence?
Kaleidoscope visions have been coming from the aloes in the where.
Lest thou think I'm not intelligent, explain what you mean, the where.
Must I explain every point of botanicals to you? For thou knowest that when the aloe sprouts, then roses will turn gray.
Nay, good sir, the roses shall never be gray.
Ouch! Thou art forsaking the prophecy?
Prophecy? Prophecy? What thou'st mean, prophecy?
Quick, we have but a second. Fill round the cup while you may. But the prophecy foresaw that the gray roses would foretell the coming of the cherry blossoms.
Rest, young lad, rest thyself on the sofa. The cherry blossoms shall be ready forthwith.
Still will my soul never be. If you cannot pluck the cherry blossoms, for how else will you get the lovely Ophelia?
Twould the lovely Ophelia love me without doffin?
Under no circumstance should you give up the hopes of finding love's dream.
William, love's dream is a joke. It shall never come to me. Ophelia is way too good.
Xanadu! You can reach Xanadu, the fantasy land, even after you find Ophelia. You must not give up hope.
Alas, I gave up hope. She gave up hope. You have not given up thy hope.
Bad blood runs in your vein when you've given up hope and love.
Canst thou be happy for me as a single botanist?
Dost thou know that I've been quarantined here in this place? Finding you love is the only hope that I remain.
Egads, man, find love for thee. My love is full.
Full. Forsaken it is.
Go then, find the love, bring her to me.
How can I deny your simple urge for the flowers of love?
Oh, we made it all the way around. Yay. Good job, everybody. Now we're going on to Foxworthy. This is a game for everybody. And this game, we're going to tell jokes in the style of our favorite comedian, Jeff Foxworthy. He's the one who had that, if you have a working TV on top of a non-working TV, you might be a redneck. Except we can't use that exact joke because that's one of his, but we can make up our own. So we will be collecting suggestions throughout this of occupations and things like that. So Becca, do we have a suggestion?
We do, a ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist.
If you would like to shove your hand up an ass, you might be a ventriloquist.
If you've never told anybody to read your lips, you might be a ventriloquist.
If you just can't stop running your mouths, you might be a ventriloquist.
If your best friend's a little dummy, You might be a ventriloquist.
If in throwing your voice is an Olympic sport to you, you might be a ventriloquist.
If part of your job is getting wood, you might be a ventriloquist.
If your partner is considered carry-on luggage, you might be a ventriloquist.
If and you have no issues speaking for someone else, you might be a ventriloquist.
All right. Let's move on. Do we have another suggestion?
A florist.
Florist.
If and you like getting picked on all the time, pricked on all the time, you might be a florist.
If and instead of a lot of friends, you have a lot of buds, you might be a florist.
If people ask you how your day was and you say, okay, you might be a florist.
If in your favorite 70s rocker is Robert Plant, you might be a florist.
If you always know where to get the best weed, you might be a florist.
If you're walking around all day and people just keep sniffing you, you might be a florist.
If and you come home from work every day and say, dang, I soiled myself, you might be a florist.
If every once in a while you get a little thorny, you might be a florist.
If your favorite book is Harry Potter, you might be a florist.
All right, let's get another suggestion.
A lab technician.
Lab technician. If you went to an Ivy League school, you might be a lab technician.
If and you use test tubes as shots, you might be a lab technician.
If and you smile the whole time you're sticking a needle into a crying child's arm, you might be a lab technician.
If you're very particular about which breed of dog you will work on, you might be a lab technician.
If in your favorite bow is placebo, you might be a lab technician.
Okay, let's get another suggestion.
Caricature artist.
What?
A caricature artist.
Ah, caricature artist.
If and you can't handle your own reality and you have to distort everyone else's reality, you might be a caricature artist.
If and you hear draw at your job more than a Western gunslinger, you might be a caricature artist.
If you know how to spell the word caricature, you might be a caricature artist. All right, we'll end there.
Yay!
Give myself the black outline there. All right, next. We're going to go for a little, our version of a TV game show, the dating game. So I'll leave it to any of my players. Is there anyone who wants to be the contestant on the dating game?
I'll do it.
All right. So Zach is going to turn off his audio so he can't hear anything that we are about to say. Can you hear me, Zach? Can you hear me? Turn your audio off so you can't hear us. Okay. So, it's our first time, people. All right. So we'll go for so for Steve. We need to know who Steve is in this dating game. Do we have a suggestion for who Steve could be?
He is Galileo.
Galileo.
I have another screen. I just got to do some Googling real quick. Hold
on. And let's then go for Matt. Let's get a suggestion for Matt.
Matt is Bob Ross.
Matt is Bob Ross.
Yes.
He actually is too. That's the thing. And let's get one for Jesse.
Sherlock Holmes.
Ooh, Jesse is Sherlock Holmes. All right, so let's quickly recap who our contestants are.
I am Galileo.
I am Bob Ross.
And I am Sherlock Holmes.
Excellent. So in a minute, we're going to bring Zach back, and he's going to be able to ask these contestants questions like a person would on the dating game to try and figure out who they are and choose who he wants to go on a date with. So Zach, come on back.
Hello, hello.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Awesome.
I'm ready. I'm ready to get a date.
All right. Well, welcome to the dating game. Go ahead and talk to our bachelors.
All right.
Questions. And can we get our bachelors numbered? Bachelors number 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, I see them. They are.
They are. Excellent. We are on our game. Okay.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Chaz, and I like off-roading. So if you, bachelor contestant number 1, were to take me on a date, where would you take me?
Oh yes, I would take you to all of the fine places, all of the best places in the world. I would take you up to a very big hill, and I would push you off just to see what happens.
Oh, could I be on our television show?
Oh no, what is a television show? We've got no television shows.
Okay. All right. How about contestant number 2? Same question.
Oh, well, I mean, you could be on my television show if you'd like, but I mean, I'd like to take you out to nature. I mean, we could go to a beautiful little meadow, see the leaves sort of waving in the wind, you know, see all the happy little birds just singing up there, and really take it all in so that we can create some art together.
Could I bring my ATV?
I mean, I guess you could bring your ATV, but we want to go to a nice little serene, quiet place. So we'd have to just turn it off and sit and look at the water flowing over the mountains, down the valleys, and just take a breath, appreciate all the nature around us.
All right, okay. Contestant number 3. I'm really needy. What would you give me to make me happy?
Well, I guess, what's on your mind?
Oh, I have many things on my mind that we can talk about whenever you want to.
I guess we could seek out a case, do a little sharing, hunt some things down.
Okay, should I bring my gumshoes?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, okay. Bachelor number 1.
Oh yeah.
I need help with moving boxes. How could you help me do that? What's a special skill you have? Hello?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was very distracted. My friend Giuseppe, he had this brilliant idea about putting 2 pieces of glass together and making things bigger from far away. It was crazy. It was weird. What was your question?
Oh, I was wondering, is Mars out tonight?
Oh yeah, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus.
I'm having trouble placing the accent. Sometimes I think you're from Jamaica, but other times I think you might be from another place.
I am definitely from another place. I'm just not good at the accent.
Okay, all right. Contestant number 3. If you were a tool, what would you be?
Hi, good boy, good boy. I would say I would have to look a little closer at that and decide. Possibly some type of glass
You decide.
or detect.
Oh, okay. Contestant number 2. If you were to give me, if you had to give me a last minute present for my birthday, what would you give me?
You know what? I'd probably give you some pastels. Probably a knife, not a cooking knife, but for scraping. It's real good for making the sides of barns or getting that blending going from the sides of trees. I mean, because I believe every day is a good day when you paint. So you need to make sure that you have your materials.
Oh, are those trees happy trees?
Oh, they're very happy trees, yes. But you know
Oh,
what? Even if you make a mistake, that's okay. That's how we learn.
oh, Bob Ross, I love watching your TV shows. I fall asleep whenever. I mean, don't take it in a bad way, but it calms me. It calms me.
Okay, well, I'm glad for that.
Yeah, thank you for your show.
Yeah.
Right. Contestant number 3. If you were an animal, what would you be?
By gosh, son, I think I would possibly be a cheetah or a lion or a
Do you have a hard time hearing? Do you have a hard time hearing, contestant number 3?
A,
Hello?
A,
Hey?
A.
Hey. Are you from Canada?
Nope.
Nope. Nope. Okay, I'll come back to you. Oh, contestant number 1. If you were to take me out for a snack, where would we go?
Oh, we would go to Pisa for the pasta, obviously.
Oh, some Italian food. So you are an Italian guy.
Of
that-
course. Can you not tell from the accents?
I can tell now. You are an Italian guy that likes the stars. I'm going to say you are Galileo.
But of course I'm Galileo.
Ooh.
Would you like to check out my moon?
Maybe later. I still haven't made my choice.
Oh.
All right, contestant number 3, you are a tricky one. Could you be a Dudley Do-Right from Canada? No, you're not from Canada.
How about if I take you homes with me after this?
Are you some
Good
sort
boy.
Are you some sort of Irish dominatrix?
I wish. Inspector wouldn't be very appreciative of that.
Oh, an inspector. That's right. You are an inspector. Well, let's just go. Have you gotten a call from Scotland Yard recently?
Possibility. Down on Baker Street?
Yeah. Sherlock Holmes, you are one sneaky little guy.
Yay. So who are you going to take on your date, Zach?
I'm going to take Bob Ross on a date.
Booyah!
Oh, look at him.
Told you he was Bob Ross.
Yeah.
All right. Good job, Zach. That was the dating game. All right. We are moving on to film dub. So for this one, we're going to have Zach and Bill do a scene, but they're only going to move their mouths. They're not actually going to talk. And Steve and Matt are going to dub for them. So we'll have Matt dub for Bill and Steve dub for Zach. So as they're moving their mouths, the other person will speak for them and sort of put words in their mouths. So we need the name of this film that we're dubbing. So Becca, do we have a suggestion for that?
The name of the film is Smooth Wagon on the Lake.
Smooth Wagon on the Lake. Go
Sorry,
for it.
Florin.
Howdy, Captain. I'm glad you could make it.
Super glad to be here. Super glad. You should check out the cabin up there. It's a cool place to hang out.
I've heard troubles about that cabin. There was a shooting there last year. You think I should go there? I'm not fully equipped to start shooting.
Shooting, you say? There's never been a shooting up there. Never, never, never. Okay, except for this one time.
Oh yeah, that's the one time that I heard about. I was in the saloon. And there was a guy, he brought out a bottle and started fighting me because that was his cabin.
Yep.
Yeah, but actually, he said, it's my cabin, and he started fighting me. Fisticuffs and all.
You're talking about, you're not talking about Creepy Johnny, are you? No way! You know Creepy Johnny? He was the coolest person I ever met! Until
Creepy Johnny.
Until he got about this tall.
Really? Creepy Johnny was friends with you?
I wouldn't say friends.
Well, were you acquaintances then?
We were, how do you say, lovers.
Lovers?
We were like this. He'd squeeze me.
Hey.
And he'd ride me.
No.
And I liked it, every minute of it. All day.
I heard that he could go for 4 days straight. 5 if he had enough tobacco and whiskey in his cabin.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever.
My mind's blown.
So was mine.
All right. That was the game of film dub. Good job, everybody. All right. We're now going to move on to styles. And since I didn't let Bill and Zach talk in that one, I feel bad about that. So I'm going to let them talk in this one.
Ooh.
So they're going to do another scene. This time they can talk. But whenever I feel like it, I can do this and then ask them to choose a different style. And when I do that, I'll have Becca just call out styles every time we stop. But first, we need a suggestion to get the scene started. So, Becca, what is our suggestion?
Oh, I didn't get that one. Here, hold on.
Okay.
Something else. A pizza chef.
A pizza chef.
At the bar.
Oh, chef, what are we having today, huh?
I'm tossing the dough, Monopoly. I'm tossing the dough all day.
Yes, you are, Maurizio, and what a brilliant chef you are.
Wait.
New style.
Jazz funk.
Monopoly. Ooh, Monopoly. I've got
Toss in the dough. Toss in the dough. Toss in the dough.
I've got a secret. I've got a secret. Monopoly, the sauce. The sauce, it has an ingredient. Shh. Don't tell nobody. It is marijuana.
Trumpet solo.
New style. New style.
A 60s educational film.
And as you can see in the way in which I've inserted marijuana into the sauce.
He sure did, and man, was that a good choice.
And you can see on this diagram here and here that the marijuana is in full saturation for primo snackage.
Man, that's some good bud. I never thought about putting it on a pizza.
Here.
New style.
Kids' cartoons.
Why don't you take this spoon and put it in your mouth? It'll taste real good.
Neato, Maurizio. That sounds like a grand idea.
Monopoly, this is going to be the best business we've ever done.
Maurizio, why do I feel suddenly lightheaded and like I want to eat a lot of Doritos?
That's the side effects of the sauce. Now, you have to take 3 spoonfuls. Can you hear that? 3. 1 spoonful. Now take another one. 2 spoonfuls. And now 3 spoonfuls. That's 3.
New style.
Okay, I don't know what this is, but romantic horror.
And now we're ready. We're ready to open our store.
Maurizio, I always knew you were a handsome vampire somewhere beneath that pizza-loving exterior.
Monopoly. Do you hear that, Monopoly?
I do. Let us run away together and make love in the mountains of Romania.
It's the sound of our love. We will love and drink this sauce and be one together.
And we will eat all the pizza, which we will only make for ourselves.
That is the life.
That is the game of styles. Good job. Before we move on to our next game, which is called Love is Like, I just wanted to mention a few other groups of people that we love and that we want to help and support. And you'll see links below the video where you can donate to help out these groups. Huge Theater, Strike Theater, Fearless Comedy. I don't know if there's others down there, but I know those are. They are our friends in the improv world here in the Twin Cities, and we really want to support them through this tough time because they've all had to close down for the time being. So if you can and would like to, please make a donation to them. Thank you. So we're going to move on to a game called Love is Like. So we'll get suggestions from you and we'll tell you how love is like those things. So Becca, may we have a suggestion, please?
Lincoln Logs.
Love is like Lincoln Logs. They're better together.
Love is like Lincoln Logs. You can find it at a garage sale.
Love is like Lincoln Logs. You best believe I'll be getting the wood involved.
Love is like Lincoln Logs. I just keep stacking them up.
Love is like Lincoln Logs. Definitely not as good as it was in the past.
Love is like Lincoln Logs. It is fun for minutes.
Love is like Lincoln Logs. If you pay extra, they come in a can.
Okay, we're going to get a new suggestion. Becca, may we have a new suggestion?
Face masks.
Love is like face masks. It is a penalty in football.
Love is like face masks. I really like it when there's a little avocado involved.
Love is like face masks. It makes your skin glow.
Love is like face masks. You gotta put one on, otherwise you'll get something.
Love is like face masks, being sewn by the outside world to save lives.
Yeah, love is like face masks. Sometimes you got to get in the mud.
Love is like face masks. You better be giving nurses some of it.
All right, let's get another suggestion. And yes, people in healthcare need a lot of love right now. Let's get another suggestion, please, Becca.
Nursery rhymes.
Nursery rhymes.
Love is like nursery rhymes. If you really think about it, it's kind of creepy.
Love is like nursery rhymes. I like to have it all the time.
Love is like nursery rhymes. I'm sure you'll enjoy my hickory dickory cock.
Oh.
Love is like nursery rhymes. Sometimes you get goosed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Love is like nursery rhymes. It can be a little grim.
All right, let's get another suggestion, please, Becca.
A rebel flag.
Rebel flag.
Rebel flag.
Love is like a rebel flag found on a lot of trucks in downtown Anoka.
All right. We're gonna stop there. If you don't, if you don't live around Anoka, that's.
Then you know the stereotypes.
Yes. All right, we're gonna move on to another scene game. This is for 3 players. Do I have 2 players who each have a random book handy?
I got a book.
I got a book.
All right. And is there another player who wants to be off book for this game?
Sure.
All right. So this game is called Page. So the 3 of them are going to do a scene. Steve and Zach both have books. Jesse does not. So everything that Steve and Zach say has to come from their books, and Jesse has to make sense of it. So you guys can just flip to a random page in your books. I promise you, audience, we haven't pre-rehearsed this or pre-planned any pages or anything like that. Becca, may we have a suggestion for this game, please?
A vet's office with an assistant.
Okay, vet's office with an assistant. Go ahead.
Pregnant? Are they mad? The lady's near 60.
Sometimes she forgets where the doctor's office is. We just let her come in here, tell us what's wrong, and we send her on her way.
Who are you, barbarian?
Look, I know that you're new, but you'll get the routine here soon.
Why I do, I think. So there.
Yes, you do. I'm so glad that you made it here okay. You think well.
May this message go swiftly to all the corners of my country.
They should.
Who accused me?
His face began to go blue.
Do you need the Heimlich? He needs the Heimlich. Do you know the Heimlich?
So I am accused.
Not my death.
Oh God. One that doesn't know anything and one that doesn't care, and I'm so confused.
The devil's loose in Salem. We must cover what they're hiding.
About time, too.
Are you both in this you're in on this together. You're in on this together. Is it me? Am I the one that's crazy?
We are desperate, sir.
Okay, you're starting to freak me out here.
What's what?
Well, with you and with him and with the death and the blue.
The master ought to be told.
Tell me.
Your Excellency, we mean no respect for We clear the room.
You cleared the room.
20 minutes passed.
All right, we're gonna stop there. Ready? That was the game of Page. So we have time, and we can see the books that they were reading, Crucible and Mort. Excellent. So we have time for just one more game, because we're gonna wrap this up at 8. But the fun doesn't stop at 8, because if you want to keep having some improv fun, you can go over to the Jesters Comedy Improv Facebook page, and they will be playing a hashtag game where you can come up with all kinds of witty, punny jokes based on whatever the hashtag of the day is. Yesterday it was cartoons through history. So you can take the name of a cartoon and something from history and mash them together into a pun. But
it's all comment based, right, Blake?
Right. Just comment on the thread. Yep. And that will start right at 8 o'clock. So we're going to jump right to our last game. Steve, please be ready to change people's names accordingly.
Oh, yes.
This game is called Entrances and Exits. Each of these players is going to be assigned a word, and they're going to do a scene. And at any time during the scene, if they are in the scene and their word is said, they need to exit and explain why they're exiting. If they're not in the scene and their word is said, they need to enter. So Becca, can we get some words for these people?
We have some words.
Blake, who am I going for first?
Let's start with Zach first.
Zach, your word is said. S-A-I-D.
Said. Excellent. And then let's go to Bill.
Love.
Love. Aw. Let's go to Jesse.
Botanist.
Botanist. And Matt.
Essential.
Essential. And Steve.
Disenfranchisement.
Disenfranchisement. Good luck spelling that. And then we need a suggestion to inspire this scene.
You're in a theater lobby.
You're in a theater lobby. Okay, and this will be about a 2-minute scene. Go ahead.
Hey guys, are you excited to see this movie?
I know, I am. We've all been talking about it. It's about plants. It's about plants that attack people.
Is this like a remake? It is a remake.
It's a remake of the Botanist Bounty. I
I'll be
love
right back.
the
I gotta get
Botanist
some
Bounty.
popcorn. I'm gonna grab popcorn. I'll be right back.
I just love it. I love it to pieces.
Oh yeah, I love it too. It's really fantastic. I mean, you really feel for the people and their disenfranchisement.
Yeah, they get wrapped up in plants, and it's really crazy.
And they never get to leave the garden. I mean, do you remember when that one character said how bountiful this harvest is? I mean, it was an essential plot point in the movie.
Guys, I just love bringing my own beer to the theater.
Excuse, do you have your ticket stubs? I'm taking ticket stubs.
They didn't have popcorn, but they had coffee. I love coffee.
Well, yeah, you can bring in your coffee from the counter, but you can't bring in your own beer, sir. I'm sorry.
But it's essential.
Did you hear what I said? Ugh, I need to get my manager.
I can't wait to see this movie.
I'm so tired of
All right.
this disenfranchisement.
Yeah, we're gonna stop there because we are just about out of time.
That's what I said.
Yay. But thank you everybody for tuning in to watch us. Please, again, visit those links down below the video and support Huge, Strike, Fearless, and any other organization that you think might need it right now.
Yes,
And jump over to Jester's Comedy Improv to play some hashtag games. Some of us will probably be there too in the comments. But for now, please give it up for Sensational Steve.
Hey.
Haney Zach.
Hey.
Jimmy's Matt Alto.
Hey.
Jazzy Jesse.
Hey.
Bodacious Bill.
Woo-hoo.
Becca for running all the tech and getting all your suggestions. Thank you so much, Becca. And I have been your host, Blake. Good night, everybody. We will see you again next week.
Next Wednesday at 7.
At 7
Join
o'clock.
us next week.
Doing this again.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
We'll go with that button.